Honor 7S, a super cheap phone where the cuts go too deep. It seems Honor won't stop until it has a phone representing every incremental price point up to £400, around $550/720 Australian dollars. The Honor 7S has arrived to anchor a range that includes the Honor 7A, the Honor 7X and the Honor 7C. Entering the market at just £99, around $130, 180 Australian dollars, but not currently available in the US or Australia, the Honor 7S looks to strip things back even further than the £140, $185, 250 Australian dollars Honor 7A did. Given that we criticize that handset for cutting a little too deep in its bid for bargain status, it's interesting to see how much further the Huawei sub-brand can go. Of course, the Honor 7S isn't alone in attempting to create a usable smartphone for so little money. Just recently we've seen Vodafone make another creditable effort to do something along these lines with the Vodafone Smart N9, and very nearly getting away with it. Sadly, the Honor 7S doesn't get anywhere near as close to hitting its target. Just like with the 7A, we have to question whether cheap equates with good value here. That tiny price tag might be the main story, but Honor clearly wants the Honor 7S hardware to make itself heard. Quite literally, in fact. The Honor 7S webpage leads with the heading, "View more, hear clearer." The latter portion of that quote is a reference to the phone's literally named larger receiver volume feature. Apparently, the Honor 7S will provide clearer listening in noisy environments, and will adjust the volume of the call according to your environment. In practice, we couldn't tell much of a difference to any other cheap phone. Calls seemed plenty loud enough, yes, but not noticeably different from other handsets at and around this price. Indeed, at the other end of our calls, we had complaints that the call quality was a little off, and that it sounded like we had put them on loudspeaker. This is far from a scientific test, of course, and we can't rule out network issues here. But the main point to note is that Honor's claims of boosted audio don't hold an awful lot of practical weight. As for the view more side of the headline, this is a reference to the Honor 7S's full view display. We've seen plenty of front-filling 18:9 aspect ratio displays further up the smartphone food chain, but they're also starting to seep into the lower end of the market. The rest of the Honor 7 range has a similar feature, but it's not exactly unique around the $100/$130 mark either. The aforementioned Vodafone Smart N9 also packs an expansive 18:9 display. Still, there remain plenty of phones that launch with chunky borders, and while the Honor 7S is hardly bezel-less, its roughly 73% screen-to-body ratio is nothing to be sniffed at. Honor has stuck with a similar design approach to the more expensive Honor 7A for the Honor 7S. That means a fairly bland slab of plastic with a deep metallic shade of blue chosen for the back and, thankfully non-reflective, sides. It also comes in black or gold. The front of the phone is an all-glass affair, with a black border surrounding the display. As already mentioned, it's not what you'd call a bezel-less design, but the phone's forehead and chin aren't too prominent. This certainly isn't a handsome phone, but nor is it garish or tacky looking. That's about all you can ask for in such a cheap smartphone. The surprisingly sharp Vodafone Smart N9 is the exception that proves the rule here.